All right, so today we're going deep on Lethal Company,
Oh, yeah.
and this is all based on a YouTube video transcript from a megapixel,
Okay.
and it looks absolutely wild. I mean, just the concept of the game alone.
Yeah. What is it?
Well, you're essentially part of this company,
Hmm.
and you're sent out to like abandoned moons and stuff to collect scrap to meet a quota.
Oh, wow. So like a space junk collecting company?
Pretty much, but the catch is that everything wants to kill you.
So it's like a cooperative survival game then.
Exactly, and from what I've gathered from this transcript, it's pretty intense, but also like laugh out loud funny at times.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What kind of dangers are we talking about here?
Well, we'll get into the specifics, but think like alien creatures, environmental hazards, the
Oh,
work.
wow. So they really throw everything at you.
Yeah, and this particular session that we're looking at is like this group of friends, Ryan, Zach, Gerald, EJ, and JP.
Okay. A full crew.
Yeah, and it's like the last day they're trying to meet this quota, and it's just pure chaos.
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Oh, it is. And just the way they're talking to each other, like even before they even get into the game, it's hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you can tell they're all good friends. They're just ribbing each other about like loading times and stuff.
Oh, yeah. The classic loading screen struggles.
Exactly. And then there's this moment where Zach, I think he's the one hosting the session. He's like,
Right.
"Okay, I'm gonna go make a drink," like right as they're about to launch.
So casual in the face of impending doom.
Right. Like you'd think they'd be all serious and focused.
What's interesting how that kind of casualness almost makes the danger even funnier later on.
Yeah, for sure. Like it creates this contrast between the mundane and the absolutely terrifying.
Totally. So they finally get into the game. What's their first move?
Well, they land on this moon and get into this elevator and get this. They don't have flashlights.
What? No flashlights. Talk about starting in the dark.
I know, right? It's pitch black.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
completely blind, and almost immediately things start going wrong.
Like what?
Well, they run into this locked door first of all,
Okay, that's not a great start.
and then they see this blue light that just pops up out of nowhere.
A blue light.
Clearly,
Yeah.
it freaks them out,
Yeah.
and you can just hear the panic in their voices. It's amazing.
So they're already on edge and completely in the dark. That's a recipe for some serious jump scares.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't take long for the first casualty to happen.
Oh no, who's the unlucky one?
Gerald ate. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He falls into this hole in a cave that they couldn't see.
Ouch. Just gone like that.
Yep. And the others are like frantically trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
Like Zach is trying to switch his perspective to guide him, but it's too late.
So there's no coming back from that, huh?
Nope. Once you're gone, you're gone.
Makes the stakes pretty high.
Absolutely. And the moon isn't done with them yet. EJ and then Gerald, again, both get taken out by this worm creature.
A worm? What's that like?
It's not really described in detail, but you can hear the terror in their voices as it happens. It's pretty intense.
Sounds like something out of a nightmare.
Yeah, and it just underscores how unpredictable this game is. Like, you never know what's going to get you next.
So what did they do after losing two teammates so quickly?
Well, believe it or not, they actually managed to collect enough scrap to make a bit of money.
Really? Even after all that chaos?
Yeah. And their first purchase, walkie-talkies and pro flashlights.
Makes sense. Learn from your mistakes, right?
Exactly. And thankfully, they were on sale.
A little discount never hurt anyone, especially in a life or death situation like this.
Right. And then they make another discovery. Their ship has a magnet.
A magnet. What for?
Apparently, it's used to attach a cruiser, which seems to be like a bigger vehicle or something.
Interesting. So it's like an upgrade they haven't unlocked yet.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Right.
Like they're still figuring out the basics of the game even as they're trying to survive this last day.
That's kind of hilarious, actually. Like, they're under all this pressure and they're still making these discoveries.
I know, right? It adds this whole other layer of absurdity to the whole thing.
So what happens on their next moon mission?
Well, it starts with a seizure warning comment.
A seizure warning. That's not ominous at all.
Yeah, it's like the game knows how crazy things are about to get.
I see. So what kind of horrors await them this time?
Well, they run into this new creature that actually attaches itself to your head.
Oh, God. No, thank you.
Yeah, Gerald gets it pretty bad. He's out almost instantly.
That's rough. So they're down another teammate.
Yep, and it just keeps getting worse. EJ gets crushed by a falling engine.
Oh, wow. Talk about bad luck.
And then JP nearly steps on a mine. But he thinks it's a free weight.
A freeway. Seriously.
I know, right? It's like these guys are magnets for disaster.
But at least he didn't blow himself up.
True, true. But they're now down 2 more teammates.
So it's just JP and Zach left.
Yep, and they decide to try and find EJ's body.
That's kind of sweet, actually. Like they're not just leaving him behind.
Yeah, they follow this blood trail and figure that a bracken is responsible.
A bracken? What's that?
It's not really explained, but it seems to be a creature that stalks its victims.
Okay, so now they have a name for the thing hunting them.
Right. And then JP lets out this like blood-curdling, shaggy scream.
Like from a Scooby-Doo.
Yep. You can just imagine the sheer panic in that moment.
So what happens next? Do they find EJ?
They don't actually mention finding him, but they do run into a sentry gun on their next expedition.
Oh, not a sentry gun.
And guess what? Both Drill and EJ get mowed down almost instantly.
You've got to be kidding me.
I know, right? And the whole time Zach is just commentating on the action like in this really deadpan way. It's hilarious.
So Zach's just watching his friends get slaughtered and making jokes about it.
Pretty much. It's like he's become desensitized to the carnage at this point.
Well, when you've seen enough people die to space worms and head-attaching aliens,
Yeah.
I guess a sentry gun doesn't seem so bad.
That's one way to look at it. So unsurprisingly, they don't meet their quota, and they get the classic launched into space game over screen.
Ouch. Back to square one.
Yep. But do they give up? Of course not.
They're more persistent than I am, that's for sure.
So they try again. This time they land on a flooded planet.
A flooded planet. Sounds fun.
And JP, being JP, immediately steals their apparatus, which plunges them into darkness.
Oh, come on, JP. You had one job.
I know, right? But here's the kicker. They find Easter eggs.
Easter eggs. What are those doing on a flooded planet?
Well, in this game, Easter eggs can be used as grenades.
What? Okay, that's just weird.
It's lethal company logic, I guess.
Yeah.
But EJ still manages to get taken out by a creature on the ceiling.
EJ just can't catch a break, can he?
Nope. So now it's down to just JP and Zach again.
And how does this attempt end?
In a glorious flurry of death, a thumper creature gets at least one of them. And JP tries to make a run for it with their loot, but gets stuck on a rock.
Classic JP.
The physics in this game are something else.
So they fail again?
Yep. But they don't give up. They keep trying, and eventually they have a successful mission.
Finally.
They hit their quota, and their reward is a belt bag.
A belt bag? What's so special about that?
Well, it gives you an extra inventory slot, so you can
Yeah.
carry more stuff.
Oh, okay. That's actually pretty useful.
Yeah, especially when you need to carry things like flashlights.
True. But of course, their victory is short-lived.
Of course. 2 players die almost immediately to turrets on their next attempt.
It's like they're cursed.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then on their final attempt that we see, JP falls down an elevator shaft.
You're kidding?
Nope. And EJ gets hunted down by thumpers.
So it's another failure.
Yep. Zach is the last one standing, and he decides not to risk it to retrieve their bodies.
I don't blame him. Honestly, after all that, I'd be ready to quit too.
But they don't quit. They go again. And this time they actually succeed.
They actually made it.
Yep. And Gerald decides he wants to buy a bunny suit.
A bunny suit? What is with these guys in weird outfits?
I don't know. But it's the perfect symbol of their perseverance.
In a way. Yeah.
The only problem is they don't have enough credits for it yet.
So the game continues.
Exactly. They're left with this goal to work towards this ridiculous bunny suit.
It's like the ultimate symbol of achievement in this game.
Right. And it just leaves you wondering what other crazy stuff they'll encounter on their quest for the bunny suit.
Well, I have to say, this whole deep dive has been wild. Like, I can't believe how much chaos they went through just for a bunny suit.
That's lethal company for you. It's a constant cycle of failure and near-death experiences with a healthy dose of absurdity thrown in.
And somehow it's incredibly entertaining to watch.
That's the magic of it, I guess. So what do you think? What makes a game like this so appealing?
I think it's the combination of challenge and humor. Like, you're constantly on edge, but then something ridiculous happens and you can't help but laugh.
Yeah, the contrast definitely keeps things interesting.
And the fact that it's cooperative adds another layer to it. Like, you're going through this crazy experience with your friends.
That shared struggle definitely brings people together.
And even though they fail a lot, those moments of success must feel so rewarding.
For sure. Like when they finally got that belt bag.
Exactly. It's like a tangible sign of their progress.
So what do you think? Is it the thrill of overcoming those challenges or the bond you form with your teammates that makes these games so addictive?
Honestly, I think it's a bit of both. It's the struggle, the camaraderie, and the potential for utter mayhem.
It sounds about right. Thanks for taking this deep dive into the world of Lethal Company with me today.
My pleasure.
And to our listeners out there, what do you think? What keeps you coming back to games that throw constant challenges your way? Let us know. And until next time, happy gaming.
See